Alright, let's get started on the Quazoo theme. So we're going to create a new folder for our project. I'm just going to create it on my desktop and I'm going to call it Quazoo. And same thing we did with the Travelville, we're going to grab from the theme starter. So I'm going to open that up and I'm just going to grab everything in there and just copy it and then just bring it over to our folder here. Okay, and then we're going to open this folder with VS Code. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the files because we already did that in the last project, just very simple stuff. Let's open up the index.html, and we are going to need font awesome again because we're using social icons, and Material Icons does not provide those, at least yet. So let's open up our browser and let's go to font awesome. And we'll go to get started, and we just want to grab our script tag right here for our SVG icons, and I'll go ahead and put those right under the Materialize icons. Okay, now we're going to go down and go into the body here. Let's get rid of our H1, and this is going to be the header, and it's going to include the navbar. So let's use a header tag, and we'll use the class of main header. Okay, because you may have multiple headers on a website. You may have an article header and use this tag, so it's a good idea to give it a special class or ID. Okay, now inside here we're going to have our nav, and we're going to give it a class of transparent, which does just that, makes it transparent. Inside here, let's give our nav a container. Let's do our nav wrapper. So you'll see some repetitiveness here, but I really don't want to do copying and pasting. I think it's better to kind of repeat yourself and drill it into your brain so that when you do have to create a nav bar, you don't have to keep going back to either the sandbox or the documentation. You can just go ahead and create it. All right, so now we need our brand logo. So in here we'll give it the name, which is Quazoo. And now we want our mobile nav button or link. So it's going to be an A tag with the class of button dash collapse. And remember, it has to have a special attribute of data activates. And we're going to call it mobile nav, just like we did in the last project. And for the icon here, I'm actually going to use a font awesome icon, so I'm going to say i.fa and then also a class of fa-bars. Okay, which is the same, basically the same icon as the menu in the Materialize icons. Okay, under the A tag here, we're going to put our menu, our UL, which is going to have a class of right, and we're also going to do hide on medium and down, and we'll put our links. So let's see, this one is going to be our home link, so let's do an A tag, and it's going to go to index.html. We're actually doing separate pages here. We're not doing like a single landing page with hashtags, so that will go to index.html, and then what I'll do is copy this down 2 more times. So this one will be the solutions, and it's actually going to go to a page called solutions.html, and then this one is going to be the sign up. That'll go to sign up HTML. And then I'm going to put another li. Let me just save and format. So let's put another li. And inside here I'll put another A tag, but this is going to have it's going to be a button, so I'm going to give it a class of btn and also a class of purple. Okay, and then this is going to be our login button, which will open a modal, but we're not going to do that just yet. Let me close this up. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want our social media links. So again, we're going to put some more list items here. So this will go to We'll just have it go to Facebook. And then inside the A tag, we want the icon for Facebook, which is FAB, and then FA-Facebook. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for, let's do Twitter and Instagram. So I'm just going to copy these down, 2 more. So this one will be Twitter. And then this one will be Instagram. All right, and let's save that. Let's take a look. So I'm going to just open with Live Server. All right, now it's transparent, so we can't see anything because we don't have our background image. So you can get the image from the project files. What I'm going to do is just open my folder up. So let's see, desktop, Quazoo, images, and I'm going to bring the image over. Just give me a second here. Alright, so there's actually going to be quite a few images. What I would suggest is grabbing them all from the project files now and getting it over with. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paste them all in, and if we take a look, so this is the main background right here for the showcase, but then we have all the programming language logos, the about logo, these two which are for the overlays. So you want all these images. Alright, now it's still not going to show because we didn't add any CSS to show the image in the background. So let's go ahead and finish our Navbar first, and then we'll do that. All right, so these are the main links. Now under this UL, we want to have the UL for our side nav. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll say UL class of side nav, and we need to give this an ID, which should match the data activates, which we gave mobile nav. And I'm also going to put an H4 in here with, actually I should have put a class, and I'm going to do purple text, and I'm going to do text darken 4. Okay, and let's also center it, and then it's just going to have the template name or the website name, which is Quazoo, like that. All right, and then under that, I'm going to put an LI, which is going to have a divider, which is just kind of like a line across. So it's going to be a div with the class of divider, like that. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put in our main links, which are these 3. So I'm going to copy home, solutions, and sign up and put those right under the divider, except I'm going to use icons here as well. So inside the A tag here, I'll put an I tag with the class of FA and the class of FA-home. Oops, dash home, like that. And let's see, let's change the color. Let's say gray text, and let's say text darken 4 for the icon. And then I'm going to copy that I tag, put it in here and in here, and we're going to change the solutions icon to FA-cog, and then the last one will be FA-users. Okay, then we're going to have another divider, so LI div with the class of divider, and then finally we're going to have a login button here as well, so it'll be inside of an LI, an A tag with the class of BTN, also the class of purple, and we're going to say login. All right, let's save that. And now what we'll do is go, let's see, let's go to our main CSS file so that we can get that background image showing. So remember, our header has a class of main header. and we're going to give it a background URL of img. Actually, it's going to be /img because we need to go outside of the CSS folder, and then it's going to be what did I call that actually? Background. So background.jpg. Okay. Now the header I'm going to set. Let's actually set some other background properties. So background size, I want the image to cover. And then for the position, background position, I want it to be centered. Okay, and then we're going to give this a min height. We're going to do a min height of 600 pixels for the header. And let's make sure that the color is white. And save, and there we go. So that looks pretty good. So we might as well do the content within the header. So where we want to go is right under the nav, but still within the header. And actually we'll say showcase here. And we're going to do a class of showcase, and let's also do a class of container because we want to contain everything with inside. And we'll do a row. It's going to be a full 12 column row, so we'll do col S12. Actually, you know what? On medium screens, I want it to be 10. I don't want it to reach all the way across, so we're going to do M10. But we will also want to offset it by 1 because we want it to be in the middle. So we'll say offset dash M1. Okay, and then we just want to center everything. And then inside here we'll put an H5, and we'll say welcome to Quazoo, and then we're going to have an H1, and we're going to say build for the future, and then just a paragraph of dummy text. So we'll do, let's see, we'll do lorem 15. Okay, and then we're going to have a couple line breaks. Oops. A couple line breaks, and then let's do a couple links formatted as buttons. So this is going to have a class of btn, btn large. We're also going to do white, and let's do purple text. Okay, and then this is going to go to the solutions.html page, and the text for this is just going to say learn more. All right, now what I'm going to do is copy this link. We're going to have another one next to it, which is going to go to the sign up page. So sign up HTML, and we're going to change the color to purple and change the text to white, so white text. And we'll change the actual text to sign up. Alright, so let's save that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's see, I want to move it down. Let's go to our main CSS file, and let's say main header, and we want to attach the showcase, and we want to add a padding top of 110 pixels and save, and that'll move it down. All right, and I think that should do it. One other thing I want to do is have an active link. The active class isn't going to show over the transparent navbar. So what we'll do is any link that's active, so this index right here, I'm going to give this a class of active dash link like that, and then we're going to style it ourselves. So we'll go back and let's say dot active link, and I'm just going to give it a color of that like pinkish purplish color. So it's going to be a hex value of D84 7F1. And we're also going to make the font weight bold. and save, and now you'll see that the home has that pinkish purplish color. Alright, so I think that's a pretty good start. In the next video we're going to continue on with the icon boxes, and then we'll go from there.